The smarter we get, the more we know, the more questions we have to ask, and the more questions we can answer, the happier we become with how much we can satisfy our need to explain things, the more we realize that we're completely stupid. Because it's the idiot who doesn't know anything, who can't hold on to facts, who doesn't have mental capacity for it, or doesn't care to, who simply can't label. He doesn't have the capacity to label things, to hold on to things. He's the one who's actually smart. But we're walking by in the street, we look at him as an outcast, but he's the one who's smart. And every one of us is this idiot. So, I call this idiot a clown. Clown is not just the label that we think about, that we put onto a comic performer in a loud wig and a crazy costume who makes jokes and makes us, quote, laugh. A clown is a state of being, perhaps a state of consciousness, perhaps a state of divine, cosmic consciousness that we all understand. In a naive state of mind, I have the capacity to have total experience, because I'm not limited by expectation, I'm not limited by my need to explain everything. I have only the thing. What is this? Do you know? You said that with such confidence. Because you're not sure. Why are you not sure? You just told me what it was.
Because it could be anything.
Could it? Could it be a chicken?
It could have once been a chicken. And it could, you know, it could evolve. It could be what I want it to be. If I say it's a chicken, it's a chicken.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It might be rum instead of water.
Might be rum instead of water. But immediately you look at it and your mind doesn't say glass of rum or chicken or whatever I want it to be. The first thing that happens is you say, that looks familiar to me. That is in fact a glass, because of the way it looks, because of what I perceive. And because it's next to you and you're talking in the context of this atmosphere, it therefore must be a glass of water. If I take sips of it and get drunker and drunker, you might change your analysis. Or just think I'm crazy.
Or a good actor.
What does that mean? Is that bleach? No, it's what I would call water. But what is water? In Mexico, when I hold up a bottle of water and say, what is it? They'll say, botella de agua. They won't say bottle of water. Completely different sounds coming out of the same kind of mouth, meaning the same thing. So the symbol of language becomes really interesting. The symbol we put, or the label we put on anything, gives us the possibility to communicate to one another, to establish a point of reference. But it's not the thing. That's water, yeah? That's water. If I was bold, I'd throw it on you, but it's cold. So when I talk about something, what I'm talking about is this notion or an idea of a label. That something has a name. We give it a name. Something has a mark. It has a limitation by its design. And if I'm going to communicate to someone, I need to use that label. I can't call it a chicken if I want people to run and drink it, because chicken, well, they'll think of something else. But if I take the label off, if I take the point of reference away, if I take the literate understanding of what it is away, if I take the experience away, and you've never seen that before and you don't have a clue what a cup is, and you don't know what plastic is, and you don't know what water is, you have something very interesting.